Oh yes, I already know that. This simple phrase is often the response we tend to get into when we are discussing with family or friends a particular topic that we may be familiar with, we've heard about, but do we have the time to patiently hear them out? Oh, I know that already. That is a deep psychological underlying sense of the ego getting the better of us. We could have missed out on a potential nugget of wisdom by slamming that door on our face by saying, oh, I know that. It could have been an opportunity, opening doors, additional knowledge to a particular situation that could have assisted you in your life, your work, or helped you to understand different perspectives. So, as a leader, as a woman leader, as a potential leader, I would emphatically say, believe, learn, harness, hone the power of communication, and most importantly, attached to this power of communication comes the virtue of listening. When you listen, you are able to participate in building a relationship capital, I would address it as, where you're building a network, a powerful network, where you are exchanging ideas, listening, sharing, giving feedback. And if you understand how empowering that is, you will be a mind-blowing leader someday. It's going to be so effective that even today in your day-to-day life, in your day-to-day operations, if you practice the power of listening, you have, number one, gained patience. You have gained the trust, which does not come by overnight. It's one day at a time. And if you're going to build teams, you better be a good listener. That's extremely important. That's one important thing I would like to share. And then there's a certain thing that I like to stress upon as well, is that effective communication results in many, other than trust building, many other powerful aspects of being a leader. I'm not sure how many of you may have read this book by Robin Sharma, The Servant Leader. Getting into the role of a leader does not mean your title is going to dictate your authority in making people work for you, under you. Servant leader is somebody who serves without taking credit, without hoping to get credit. Because you know what happens when you're a leader? When you become a leader, you automatically are working within a team where you built a trust. What happens? You give the team credit for every little thing they have participated in, or have brought to the table, or have accomplished. What makes you think that someday, or whenever they get the chance or opportunity, whether you're in the room with them or you're not there in your absence, they will not give you the credit when they are talking with someone else? Third party edification, that's what it's called. You will receive credit, respect, build that relationship with your team by giving them the credit and you supporting them, standing back. Talking of support, I have a little anecdote to share with all of you all today. I was in one of the leadership conferences while I was working for Carlson Group of Hotels in America, and I was already participating in many projects where leadership was involved. And what I did was, I was at the podium sharing my take on certain points. Suddenly I got into a heavy bout of coughing. My co-partner who was there with me, she quickly came up to the podium while I stepped back, and I had a minute left to complete my speech. She finished the conclusion of my speech for me. What happened after that? During the tea break, we were out there, outside the conference room, and a student who was there in that conference came up to me. He was a student from, I think, from Missouri or somewhere up north. He says, "Ma'am, how beautifully you all were hand in glove at the end when you had a heavy bout of coughing." I said, "Yeah, that's called teamwork, right?" He says, "Yeah, I'm so impressed. So that's what teamwork is all about. I said, exactly, that's what teamwork is all about. We had been working on this particular project for months, day in and day out, before we came for this particular project here in Missouri, in this conference. And it just ended beautifully. She watched out for my back. Team players will always watch out for each other's back. Always. It's called the law of reciprocity. So build that trust, build that power of empowering each other. Delegate, listen. You will not be there all the time. You have to give them enough power to believe that in your absence they can take control of a situation or handle a situation. That's the beauty of building leaders within the team, wherein they trust you, you trust them. Leaders are there to serve, not to dictate. Remember that. And before I end here, I'd like to leave a small message with all the young ones out there, and all for all those old ones. When I mean old one means they're young at heart, whether you're at 60 or you're 30 and you're stepping into a leadership role. As like the river, you can never step into the same river twice and feel the same. Each experience stepping into the same river is going to be different. The first time you're going to feel cold, maybe too hot. You don't know the condition of the water. Second time you're going to be delighted in the caressing of the water on your feet. So each time you step into that river, it's going to be a different feeling. Likewise, the leader, each time you are conducting a project, you are going to be facing different scenarios, but believe in the power of delegating. Each time the experience is going to be different. Each time the scenarios are going to be different. Each time challenges are going to be different. And before I conclude, I would like to leave you with a recommendation. Do purchase this book, Thoughts to Inspire by Swami Vivekananda. I teach my students from excerpts from this book, and I'm going to end this with one message. To my women counterparts in leadership roles out there, go on bravely. Do not expect success in a day or a year. Always hold on to the highest. Avoid jealousy and selfishness. Be obedient and eternally faithful to the cause of truth. Have faith in yourselves and stand up on that faith and be strong. Go rock the world. More power to all you young ladies. On that note, I thank you for your time and I wish for you the best in life. Go be a servant leader and serve like there's no tomorrow. Thank you.